I have been a professor of sociology, sort of moving up the ranks for 15 years. I did a postdoc before that, and I started graduate school in 1993. So what does that put us at? A lot of years. But I absolutely think the mass media can be influential, and I think that often people are influenced in ways they are not aware of. So if you ask people, as you have, the degree to which people say they are influenced is almost certainly going to be less than they're actually influenced. The commercials are a cultural phenomena. You know, the ones that really get out there and that are on the late night talk shows and that are, you know, kind of flying around YouTube as viral videos and all that kind of good stuff. I think there's almost no way that they don't have some sort of an effect. I think part of what's interesting is that the creators of the commercials don't necessarily have control over what kinds of effects that they do end up having. Younger people, I think, are more likely to pay attention to ads for alcohol in the sense that their tastes aren't perhaps quite as settled as people who are older. And certainly those ads are aimed at a younger audience. And so if you look at who's in them, it tends not to be 40, 50, 60 somethings in those ads. And so they're very much aimed at a younger audience. So I think there's both a logic in terms of what's in the ads and a logic in terms of how people are when they're in their formative years, if you will. So two things along those lines. I think that often it creates the impression that people drink more than they actually do. It creates the impression that other people are having more fun than we are, you know? And so it's like you watch the advertisements and your life starts to look really boring because these people are having all this crazy fun and they're happy all the time, and there's, you know, it shapes what people expect of gender. So it shapes not only what women think they ought to be like, but it shapes what men think women ought to be like in ways that are not particularly, that really don't fit reality. And I think that can go in the other direction as well. Men have a little bit more room in ads to be not like the perfect specimen. But still, you know, certainly when you see folks showing up in ads, they tend to look a particular way, and that's not how real people look. I think it's probably emotion, and that's what the advertisers run on. And so if you watch an ad, often you can't tell what the ad is even for. There's not really a logical thing there. It is interesting, if you watch ads like from the 1950s and 1960s, often there's this sort of authoritative person telling you the good qualities of whatever this product is, and we don't have those kinds of ads very much anymore. I think it's all very much emotional, and I think a lot of it is not conscious. And so, you know, when you go to the store and you're sitting looking at the shelves of products, you're not going to go through the pros and cons of each of those products. The one that jumps out at you, chances are, is the one that you've got some sort of emotional connection to, even if you don't know why.